Okay, hello paintball world. We have to kind of put up with the puppy dogs and everything eating, but I got a new gun in the mail. Figured this would be a good time to play around and show everybody a good thing you can do whenever you get something in the mail to make sure everything's on the up and up, and as to do an unboxing video and make sure everything works so you can document whether or not, if you have any problems with the new gun or a new product or anything you get on eBay. Before I start, I got, air. I've got paintball in the hopper already ready to go. The only thing I'm going to be doing is pulling out the bolt to make sure it's lubed correctly so I don't screw the gun up, and throwing a new battery in it because I want to make sure that I'm being honest about how it's working. But as you can see, the whole key here is you want to show them that the box has never been opened before. This is the way the shipper sent it to me with the original packaging. So I'm going to pull it out. Pull all the goodies out, the way he packs Walmart sacks and stuff. But I'll put all that stuff to the side, and now we've got the gun as it sits right here. Just showed up on the front porch like this. The keys you really want to focus on, you want to make sure that you're getting yourself opening it, showing him all the condition and everything as it comes out of the box, and shooting it all in one shot if you possibly can. The same would go for anything else. What I'm looking for is this buyer listed this as like new. So what I would expect is there not to be a whole bunch. I expect it not to be filthy. I understand a little bit of paint, like what's on here and there. It's going to have a little bit of dirt on it and all, because these are toys. These are things you play with. And I totally understand some of that. But all the stuff that he listed in it is right here. One of the things you can do, you can print it off. I have it on my phone right here, where I basically have the eBay app. And I'll actually pull up his listing so I can see everything that he said was in it when he got it, or when he sold it to me. And I'm going to go through here basically and just look at everything, make sure everything's clean and everything like it's supposed to be. He said it was going to have all the Allen keys, all the spare parts. That looks like it is all there. An extra trigger. He has a Violent Products trigger on it. I'll probably be selling that. He has a full barrel kit. I'll probably be selling that. Kind of thinks barrel kits are kind of silly nowadays, as long as because I really only put the 684 back or 685 back on it anyway, because paint's so small nowadays. But one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to change the battery quickly here for you, so you can see, so we can make sure that we've got a good battery in it whenever we fire it up for the first time. And if I say there's any problems or it's not working correctly, something's weird about it or whatever, I can know that I at least illuminated that. Pulled this battery out of the package a few minutes ago, and this one still has the original Energy Paintball battery in it. This is the battery that comes from the factory from Planet Eclipse. So I mean, that's one thing. It's pretty like new if he's done that. One thing you don't want to do is you don't want to go through, you don't want to change any of the settings or anything like that. You basically want to shoot it just like it came out of the box. There's no sense in trying to change everything in it or set it up your way and then tell him, hey, it doesn't work, because the first thing he's going to say is, well, did you mess with any of the settings? Doesn't make a lot of sense to do that. But this can protect you not just for paintball, but for electronics or anything you buy. I mean, you just want to document how it comes out of the box. As like new, I would expect this thing to be pretty darn clean. I can definitely tell he's played with it. It's not spotless, that's for sure. It definitely has a whole lot of paint in it, but nothing I wouldn't expect from normal play. It all looks pretty good. I'm going to clean it up. It's going to be spotless by the time I get rid of it, but you want to make sure that all the moving parts and everything are all pretty good. I'm going to pull out the bolt kit real quick, and all I'm going to do is look at it and make sure that it's lubed up enough that when I test it, I'm not going to do any damage to the gun. We've got a pretty good coat of lube on the prop shaft. Pull out the bolt and the firing can. It all seems like it's lubed up pretty well. I'm not going to do any damage to this gun when I fire it up, so let's slide that back in there. I am on a tripod right now. When I go outside, I'll probably have to hold the camera in one hand and the gun in the other. Or I might be able to set it on the deck, I'm not sure. I'm trying to do this quickly and give everybody the benefit of seeing all this, because this is something I've just recently started doing. I've got a 6.8 6.5, 6.93, and should be a 6.89 shaft 4 barrel back. Yeah, it all looks like it's there. The barrel is absolutely filthy. I'm going to get a swab and put that through it, or it's going to break the paint like crazy. I'm basically going to do what I do with a lot of barrels. I'm just going to stuff a paper towel through it, run it through it very quickly, because you don't want the barrel full of crap when you're testing a gun out and making sure it works and everything. You know, obviously if it breaks paint, you're going to have complaints, but if the barrel's all filthy, you're not really giving them the benefit of the doubt. A lot of players don't clean their gear. I'm meticulous about cleaning my gear and making sure that it's impeccably clean. People are always surprised at how well my guns shoot, and they're always dumbfounded about, "Whoa, what'd you do to make your gun shoot?" Well, it's clean. It's really not all that complicated. All I'm doing is trying to stuff a paper towel through here to get all that nasty crud out. A lot of guys will have a gun they bought off of pbNation. By the way, I'm Papa Smurf 15 on pbNation if anyone's interested. And they'll get the gun in and they'll say, "Oh, I've only shot 10 cases through it," or whatever, and you know, it's a really good gun, and you know, I've had it for blah blah blah, and they don't know anything about the gun. A lot of these guns that are filthy, they're because some guy got it in trade, has no intention on shooting it, and he wants to offload it as quickly as he can. He's not going to bother to clean it. I've never been one of those guys. I'm always going to completely clean and make it spotless. Screw this barrel together, throw it on, and get that. Don't you love copper threads? They're like 10 miles long. Throw that barrel on. Got a hopper full of paint right here. Before we do that, let's gas it up and make sure nothing's leaking. I've got a little bit of leak in the macro line. Whoop, it's gone. Okay. Don't hear anything going on inside the gun. I'm going to fire it up here, and we're going to look at the shot count. I have 312 shots on the shot count. I don't really buy that. He said it's had about 10 cases through it. My guess is it probably had another board in it before I got it. But now, I mean, it's fired up and everything's working. So let's put this hopper on it. Spire. And we will close that up. Oh, it's a little tighter than that. The clips really needs to add some more threads to this, so you get a little bit more fine adjustment. Load it all up. Okay. Alright, we're all up and going. Now, in the same shot, what you're trying to do is, this is the guy I bought it from. He put his name on the card. He took a picture with the gun, with this name in front of it like that, to make sure it's a good way for you to make sure that that guy's actually holding the gun and he's not putting a stock picture from someone else's sale on there and trying to scam you out. But I just wanted to make sure that everyone knows I'm not trying to, you know, incriminate anyone or anything like that or pull anything over. This is really just to kind of protect yourself when you get something in the mail, and you want to make sure that you're being as honest as you possibly can, and you're letting him know he's as honest as possibly can, because you could give this video to eBay and show them how it came out of the box or something like that if it became an issue. I've never had any problem buying anything on eBay. Everyone's been pretty much on the up and up. I've had a couple kind of excessively dirty things come in that I would like to have been cleaner than they were. But as far as condition, everybody's pretty good. This guy seems like he's pretty legit. The gun is pretty darn clean. Condition-wise, it's filthy, but you know, not everybody cleans their guns the way I do, and I understand that. But let's go ahead and take this thing out and shoot it. I will move you guys outside with me, and I'm going to try. Oh, a little vibrating the camera. Sorry. I'm going to try. I move this out here. I'm going to try and point it down so you can see where I'm shooting, because I'm going to be shooting down at that tree over there. Let's move you up here a little bit. Okay, that's good enough. It'll work. But basically, we're all fired up here. We're gonna turn the gun on, and we're gonna shoot it just like it came out of the box, like that. Do a quick burst. I'm gonna piss my neighbors off here. But it's on semi. All right. Everything seems to be working. Let's go back inside and do a quick little wrap-up video. Well, again, we're still trying to stay in the same shot. Oh, let's just do it out here. We're trying to stay in the same shot. And basically, gas up, shoot it a little bit, make sure everything's on the up and up. Okay. And everything seems to be working. That being said, I'm Papa Smurf 15, pbNation, Tech PV, eBay, a little bit of everything. Had that name for a long time, hence the 15. Anyway, but I just wanted to take this opportunity to really show everybody out there that's doing deals on eBay, doing deals on pbNation, things like that, ways to kind of protect yourself, protect the integrity of yourself, protect the integrity of your seller when you're buying something. And the same thing goes when you're selling something. You can do a boxing video. You can show yourself shooting it, boxing it all up, all in one shot, and then you basically send it off, and then when they get it, they're like, hey, you know, it doesn't work, blah, 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 you didn't test this. You can be like, oh, I got a video of me boxing it up, putting the seal on it, blah, 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 drawing a happy face on the tape, or whatever you want to do to show your seal on it. But check that out. I suggest doing it. It's a good thing for you. It's a good thing to learn how to do videos online and stuff like that. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave it in the comments section. You can also, I guess, message me, things like that. You can like, subscribe, thumbs up, or poke, or whatever we do. All those things that people always tell you to do when you end a YouTube video. But I'm signing out. I appreciate your time. Thanks, everybody.